it's because it's mid-February and that's why I feel stagnant. Or maybe because I feel some sort of block, like a creative block, writer's block, oh, a life's block, oh, maybe just an everything's block. Is there a name for it? That I'm feeling uninspired, meh, and stuck. On top of that, I was also sick. I feel a lot better now. I do still sound kind of congested. Sorry in advance for my voice. I was sick, I think 2 weeks, but I feel a lot better now, so that's good. I took the time to sulk, feel bad for myself. I also rested because I was sick, and now I'm just over it. I just want to get up and do something. So this week I'm going to gradually reverse Uno this shit and get unstuck. First things first, let's get up and do something, literally. This week, I had this urge to get flowers, so I did. Look at this cute little orchid. I am so excited for it to bloom, and it's so pretty. It's spacing out my office, and I'm just so happy looking at it every day when I'm working. So, yeah, I don't know why I had this impulse, but I followed that impulse and actually went to go get myself some orchids. And to put a disclaimer first, I typically do not like getting flowers. I'm not a flower person. Number one is because I do not have a green thumb. And number two, I'm actually allergic to a lot of flowers. Maybe due to the pollen or the scent, I don't know. But I am very sensitive to flowers. So yeah, I typically don't like getting flowers because I'm just sneezing. But orchids are an exception. I'm fine with them. I'm not allergic to them, and they're low maintenance and they're really pretty to look at. So, yeah, I went with that urge and got myself orchids. Maybe because it's February, it's love month, and I'm just surrounded with so much love with my partner, my family, my friends, and loved ones. I realized that I should also prioritize self love, loving myself. And that really coincides with getting unstuck because when I felt stuck, I was feeling shitty about myself. I was in a slump. I just felt disgusted. And on top of that, I was sick with a cold. I'm a lot better now. Yada, yada, yada. I just was very negative. And I realized I am not giving myself love. So the flowers really hit the spot for me. It makes me super happy. And that is the first step of getting unstuck. Something simple, literally just get up, do something for you, something that you're doing to love yourself. And it doesn't have to be flowers, it could be anything like, I don't know, coffee, getting yourself a coffee, chocolate, ice cream. Okay, I'm just thinking about all the things that I love. But also, it doesn't have to be spending money. You could do a lot of things at home. For me, something that's a really big project since last year is furnishing this house, especially my office, because I'm in here 24/7. So even doing this gallery wall and drawing all the art pieces that I did myself and hanging it up really brought me joy and love towards me because it makes me feel good. And yeah, those are just a few examples, but there's so many. Just do things that make you feel warm and fuzzy inside. And yeah, treat yourself from time to time. And I think this is a great reminder that we should focus on self love and prioritizing our love to ourselves from time to time because we are our worst critiques. So it's often pretty easy to bring ourselves down. And one thing my therapist did say was that we create more negative stories in our head than positive ones. So oftentimes we definitely should be prioritizing self-love to kind of balance it out, especially if you're an overthinker. This really helped me just boost my mood up and I feel great and I feel a little bit unstuck. So this is the first step to get unstuck. Prioritize self-love.
Should I order it now or should I go home? Actually, no, I should go home and look at these watches.
And to my second moment is that I decided to spice up this room. Whenever I feel stuck, I also lack inspiration. So, in order for me to get unstuck, I was like, I'm gonna get inspired and seek inspiration. Usually, inspiration comes to me when I am in certain environments with different colors and aesthetics. Mostly, I really get inspired in coffee shops, cafes. I don't know, they just bring me so much joy and make me want to do something. But because I didn't really want to go out, and I also have an ending amount of stuff I want to do with this house. We moved in 2022 and yeah, it's not complete yet. And one of my goals this year is to finish this home office slash guest room. So I decided to bring inspiration into this office, which I am slowly doing, and change my environment. So basically, I'm tackling two things with one. So this will help me in the long run because I'm practically in my office 24/7 doing work, and I always want to find things to be inspired. And if I have inspiration in my house, that's really great because I'm also a homebody. So that comes with tip number two on how to get unstuck is to change your environment. Changing our scenery or environment really stimulates our senses. It sparks new ideas, brings out our curiosity, and that is wonderful on helping us get unstuck. So for me, I decided to change my environment in my office, and that will stimulate my senses, spark new ideas, create more inspiration, and hopefully that'll help me feel less stuck. For me, my environment is very important for my mental health. If my environment is very cluttered and messy and not clean and brings me joy, then my internal self will feel cluttered, overwhelmed, and stressed. So, yeah, having a welcoming office that makes me feel good and less overwhelmed will really help with my mental health a lot. So I decided to paint a headboard over there. I'll show a little snapshot of it here. So I decided to paint a little headboard for that for the wall behind the daybed to add a pop of color, an accent, and something very cool and something that just makes me really happy. And it was really fun to do. For me, when I'm in the middle of kind of being stuck but also wanted to do something, it's actually easier for me to work on hobbies, do things that are enjoyable, and yeah, to do something that's mentally less taxing. When I'm in this stage, it's easier for me to just get up and do something that brings me joy instead of using my brain a lot, because my brain mentally I'm just not there. So I pivot and focus on my physical surrounding and then reach towards my goals. One thing I want to add to this is that I didn't end up finishing painting my headboard, and that is okay. For me, this took a while. It's like my perfectionism. I always want to complete a task. I always want to do it in one shot and have these expectations. And I'm learning with being stuck and getting unstuck is that it is okay when we don't complete things in whatever timeline we put on ourselves. It is okay to not finish something in your desired, like timeline. It doesn't mean that you're going to be stuck forever because you didn't finish or you're not moving. Any effort we make and like getting started is the start of getting unstuck, and we're actually moving. Even just the tiniest efforts we're doing right now, we are moving and we are growing and we are slowly getting unstuck. I just want to say that for you and me, I know myself before I would get very hung up on not completing my tasks, not finishing stuff, and I would hate myself, and I would go on this repeated cycle of just getting stuck, unstuck, stuck, unstuck, and then I'm just a mess of a ball, and it overwhelms me, and I'm just burnt out. So slowly and gradually, I am becoming better at accepting that. I know there's only a finite amount of time we have on this earth, but time is also in our hands. Any little effort, anything we're doing to grow is growing. And I just want to say that. Moment number 3 is that I wanted to do this chair heels class. So you do heels on like this chair sexy dance thing. And I typically don't. I totally don't initiate. I'm not an initiator. And I'm very proud of myself because I really want to do this. Like I'm okay with doing it myself, but I wanted to do it with my friends and company and have fun together. And I'm very proud of myself because I asked my friends to do with me. And that's what happened. We did the dance and it was so much fun. And this comes with tip number 3, and that is to try new things and have fun and just get out of your comfort zone. Sometimes we just need that little like being outside our little bubble to, yeah, with the inspiration, get inspiration, but also you just feel like your mood just feels so much better. I was surrounded with great company. I enjoyed myself and I just felt so refreshed that I instantly felt so much better. And these are the moments that I will cherish and revisit when I feel stuck, because I know that I'm going to get stuck from time to time. That's going to happen. And with these moments, revisiting them, reminding me that I can get unstuck and I could do things that, you know, have fun and enjoy and moving and growing, and that I'm not stuck is a great reminder. And yeah, that's just a great reminder, especially when I'm stuck. So creating these moments to outweigh and balance all the, not so great moments or the moments that we feel shitty, flat, and stuck. And yeah, those are my 3 moments. I encourage you all to find moments like these to help you get out of, your comfort zone, get unstuck, and just feel instantly better. For me, it's easier to just do something very straightforward, easy, something that I enjoy, and that really helps me bounce right back up. And yeah, that is my 3 moments. I realized I didn't end the video, and I want to hop in here to just say that I feel a lot better. Um, and that, like, yeah, all the moments I've experienced the past year and the stuff that I've done, it really helped me get out of my rut, and I feel great. Definitely took more time than usual to get out of the feeling of being stuck, and obviously that means I'm not as fast as I used to be or as productive, but I made progress, and yeah, I feel great. And I want to add that it is okay to not be as productive or as fast as you want to be, because we are all humans, and there are days and times where we're slower, and there are times when we feel extremely motivated. And I think it's more like being aware and in tune of how our body is and using that as an advantage. I just want to say that, when we are stuck and in the midst of getting unstuck, it makes sense that we're not going to be as productive, and that is okay. I took my time, and I feel better and better each day, more motivated each day, and now I feel like I could be really motivated and productive and do all the things that I want to do and get things done really quickly in a timely manner. So I just want to say that it is okay when we are transitioning from being stuck to getting unstuck. And I want to add that when we're in this transition or when we're getting out of it, it doesn't mean that we are not moving forward or growing. Any effort we make towards us is something. It means we are growing, we are moving forward, we are working hard to getting out of our rut and being unstuck. And it's all about the journey. Life is not from point A to point B. It is the journey and the experiences and the moments we have during this journey that we grow the most. It's not a competition. Yes, society has this mentality of hustle culture and like being the rat race. And I just want to say here that even the tiniest movements, even if you're slower and you're taking your time, as long as you're making tiny efforts, slow movement, gradual movements, we are growing. As long as we are making that effort to move bit by bit. And yeah, I just want to say that even the tiniest movement, even the tiniest growth means we are trying. And that is it for this video. And I'm also curious, whenever you feel stuck or are in a situation where you want to get out of a rut, what do you do? What moments do you have that you revisit to motivate you to get out of that feeling of being stuck and rut? And yeah, let me know in the comments down below, because I'm curious what other people do. And that is it for this video. Until the next, peace.